God, present now and near, you are the first breath and the steady hand that holds this hour. You who made the heavens and spoke life into dust, remain creator and sustainer, an eternal refuge when storms rise. In your quiet power, you have made a way where there seemed no road. You fed your people in the wilderness and set a table in the longing places. Hear the soft cry that rises from this heart. Hear the songs that echo ancient praise and urgent need, the sound of one who leans on your faithful name. You are just and merciful, judge and advocate, sheltering the weak, lifting the fallen, defending those who cannot stand alone. In the silence you speak, and in the night you keep watch. Your faithfulness is a canopy that does not fail. Let this truth touch what is fragile within us. You restore what seemed lost. You bring streams to dry valleys. You turn mourning into the slow work of hope. Receive our surrender. Steady our trust. Teach our hands to open and our feet to follow. May your peace flow through lungs and decisions. Your life renew weary places. Your truth shape uncertain paths. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. God, thank you. We remain here, resting on your promises, listening for the next word of mercy and the next movement of grace. God, I enter your living presence now, aware of you as creator and sustainer, the breath that formed the sky and the hand that keeps each heart beating. You are an eternal refuge where justice and mercy meet. You judge with truth and show compassion to the contrite. You lift the weak and shield those who cannot stand alone. I remember how you made a way through waters and wilderness, how your provision fed the hungry and your quiet voice steadied trembling souls. I bring to you the echoes of songs, the promises that dry places bloom again, the stories of deliverance that teach trust. Let these images shape your trust this hour. Let them steady your feet and soften your fears. Watch over your small needs and your wide uncertainties. Defend the righteous and have mercy on the ashamed. Restore what seemed lost and set the fallen back on their feet. Pour life and peace into the aching places. Renew steadfast faith where doubt grows dim. And let your faithfulness be a lamp for every dim path. Surrender what you cling to. Rest your questions in God's hands. And breathe out into the keeping of the one who sustains generations. Teach us to protect the vulnerable with tenderness, to speak justice with humility, to walk in faithfulness as the Lord sustains us. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. God, thank you. I remain here in your presence, listening and waiting for the next word. Equals. Jesus, Son of God and Savior, you stand close and breathe peace into this moment. I rest in your living presence. You who called ordinary people to follow, come now and name me by love. Your voice invites courage where my fear lingers. Lord, gentle teacher, speak to the corners of my heart with simple truths that reorder my days. And as you shared bread, satisfy the hunger that words cannot reach. You who walked alongside the weary, walk with me in the silence of my doubt. Your presence steadies each faltering step and shows the path forward. Compassionate healer, lay your hand on what aches, body worn, heart bruised, and make new the places I have closed off. In your touch, restore what has been broken. In your forgiveness, unbind what shame has chained. Protector of the weak, stand between me and harm. Teach me to shelter others with the tenderness you show. When storms of anxiety rise, calm them with the same voice that stilled waters, and plant your peace deep within my chest. Remembering how you withdrew to pray, teach me the discipline of quiet trust. And in times of trial, help me remain faithful as you were. Fill me with hope and the daring to live in the new life you bring, that my small acts may mirror your mercy. I surrender this hour to your keeping, offering every fear and desire into your hands, trusting your faithfulness as steady ground. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. Jesus, I trust in you. Stay close. Keep teaching, healing, guiding me. Mary, gentle mother, come close to this quiet heart now, your presence like a soft shawl around my shoulders. I rest in the memory of your hidden yes, that secret surrender spoken in stillness. And I let it teach me how to offer what I cannot yet understand. I feel your quick feet to serve, the haste of your love that carried you to another's need, and I ask you to teach my steps to be swift and humble when compassion calls. You hold so many things in your heart, keeping words and wonders like small treasures. Help me to treasure what matters and to carry courage where fear would otherwise scatter me. When the path was unclear, you trusted without knowing every answer, and that trust becomes a lantern for my nights, when I search for reasons and find only faith. In the places where you interceded with quiet confidence, your low word changed what seemed unchangeable. Pray with me in those soft petitions, that my asking may be honest and my expecting gentle. When sorrow pressed your chest and you stood beneath the weight of loss, your steadfastness taught endurance, not as hardness, but as a tender keeping of hope. Hold my grief as you held your own, without words, with the steady breath of companionship. You prayed in silence with others, a gathered calm that became strength. Draw my heart into that circle of silent prayer, where our murmurs knit into a single pleading for mercy and light. Teach me the art of waiting as you waited, not idle, but awake, attentive to the smallest stirring of God's will. Let your humility be my lesson in service, and your faith my guide through doubt. If this prayer supports your heart, leave a comment. Mary, walk with me. Keep walking with me now, and remain a mother who accompanies every step as I continue to lean into your gentle keeping. Mary, gentle mother, I meet you here with the calm of one who knows how to listen. You are a woman of silent faith, whose yes was given in the hidden place of the heart. In that quiet surrender, you teach me how to answer when I do not yet see the road. I imagine you walking quickly to a sister in need, hands moved by love, and I feel the courage to rise and serve where I am, in small steps without parade. You keep the moments of my life like little lights, treasuring them in your heart. And in that keeping, you show me how to hold joy and pain together without losing hope. When I stand before mysteries I cannot name, your trust without full understanding steadies me. You show that trust is not absence of questions, but a steady leaning toward God. When sorrow weighs heavy and the world seems to break, you remain steadfast, a presence at the foot of grief, teaching me how to stay and to carry presence more than answers. You intercede with quiet confidence, bending toward heaven on behalf of those who cannot speak. And in that gentle pleading, you invite me to bring my needs with courage and honesty. In the hush of community prayer, you stand among the faithful, praying in silence and in song, reminding me that waiting together changes the shape of hope. Mother who accompanies in waiting, your surrender is an invitation to yield my clutching, to let the hands open and receive what God wills. Walk with my hesitation, hold my impatient heart, and teach me the patience of hidden work and humble service. Let your example of tender courage shape my days so that I may be small and faithful, reaching out when needed and keeping sacred what I cannot yet understand. If this prayer supports your heart, leave a comment. Mary, walk with me. Now I continue in your company, listening, walking, keeping, trusting, and the prayer goes on. God, I enter this stillness with a devoted heart, naming you immediately as creator and sustainer who shaped the heavens and holds every fragile breath. You are my eternal refuge, a just and merciful judge, protector of the weak, the source of life, peace, and faithfulness. I carry the living memories of your acts, how you made a way where there was no way, how you sustained wanderers in the wilderness, how you lifted the fallen and turned cries into songs of praise. And those memories steady my spirit now. In the quiet you speak, in the tumult you shelter, in the night you defend the righteous and soften the hard places of my soul. Meet me in my need, tend the wounds I hide, feed the empty places with your provision, and teach me to trust when pathways feel blocked. Let your justice be gentle and your mercy relentless, restoring what seemed lost and bringing beauty from brokenness. As I breathe, remind me that you are both judge and healer, one who holds law and compassion together, and lead me to act with the same tenderness toward others. Give rest to anxious thoughts, courage to the faint-hearted, and wisdom to the uncertain. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. God, thank you. I remain here in your presence, receiving your life and peace, continuing to listen and to follow your faithful ways. Mary, gentle mother, stands now with you, her hand near your heart, a presence of quiet shelter and compassion. Feel her soft constancy, a woman of silent faith who listened and gave her hidden yes, whose surrender teaches you how to answer in the hush of ordinary days. She comes as a humble servant who once walked quickly to another's need, and she moves beside you in the small, hurried moments when service calls you to love. Allow her image to settle like a warm cloak. She treasures each little memory and stores them in the deep chamber of her heart, inviting you to place there the weight of things you cannot yet name. In her trust without full understanding, she shows you how to wait when reason has no answer, how to let your questions rest in the hands of God, while hope keeps company with patience. When sorrow presses and the world seems pierced through, remember her steadfast presence beneath the cross, a mother whose tears were faithful prayers, a companion who holds grief without turning away. In times of quiet intercession, she leans in with subtle courage, speaking in confidence for others and for you, teaching the gentle power of pleading with love rather than demand. Picture her praying in silence with the community, breath meeting breath, a woman whose steady devotion gathers scattered hearts into one attentive silence. Let her example of total surrender to God's will shape your own small offerings, soft, willing, faithful, unadorned. Mary, close intercessor, teach me to accept the unknown with calm hands, to cradle hope when the future is thin, and to become like you, a presence that accompanies in waiting. Breathe with her now, allowing confidence to grow where fear once stood, allowing consolation to trace the lines of your face. If this prayer supports your heart, leave a comment. Mary, walk with me. Keep walking with her, keeping watch together, listening, giving, waiting. And so we remain with Mary, attentive and open. Jesus, Son of God and Savior, you are here now, a living presence beside my heart, gentle and close. You who called ordinary hands to follow and left the shore to meet the hungry, walk with me along the worn paths of my day and lift what is bowed. Your voice that calmed the storm comes to soothe my fear. Your hand that healed the sick rests on the places that ache, bringing mercy to body and to heart. You are the compassionate teacher who speaks in simple images so my small faith can grow. The forgiving gaze that restores what shame has stolen, the protector of the weak and the poor, who finds them in the margins and holds them safe. When hunger presses, you bend to share bread. When grief overwhelms, you sit in silence and listen. When trials press in, you remain faithful, steady as a light that will not be extinguished. Receive my trust now. Let my heart unclench and my breath slow as I surrender what I cannot carry. Teach me to give mercy as you do, to watch with patience, to pray in secret as you prayed, to answer fear with your peace. Holy companion, make hope rise like morning within my chest. Give new life to the small places of doubt. Guard the fragile, lift the fallen with your gaze and the touch that heals. Let your presence be the circle that keeps me, and let my life be a quiet echo of your mercy. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. Jesus, I trust in you. Keep leading us, teaching us, healing us, and walking beside us. Equals Son of God and Savior. You stand close now, a living presence that quiets my restless heart. You who called fishermen and tax collectors with a single word still draw ordinary lives toward compassion and purpose. Receive my readiness to follow. You walk beside the weary along dust and water, your steps matching mine when the road is heavy, and in that walking, your nearness becomes courage. Your voice, which hushed the storm and brought peace to frightened hearts, speaks into my unsettled thoughts. Let your calm settle over my fears. The hand that healed the lame and touched the outcast reaches into the hidden places of my body and memory. Heal what aches and mend what is broken. Sitting with friends, you shared bread and opened eyes. Meet me now at the place of simple sharing and feed my hunger for truth and belonging. Your parables of ordinary things widen my sight. Teach me with plain words to choose mercy and humility. When I fall, your gaze lifts me. Your forgiveness restores dignity and calls me forward. You withdrew to pray and showed me the strength of quiet faith. Accompany my silence and guard my heart through trials. Protector of the weak, bring shelter to the hurting and hope to the forgotten. I lay my burdens in your hands, trusting your fidelity and the promise of new life. If this prayer strengthens your faith, leave a comment. Jesus, I trust in you. I remain with you, listening and following, resting in mercy and light, and I continue.